Are you not feeling well? What are your symptoms? Are you referring to DELC? It's also known as Frank's sign. Online as in the internet. Did it mention that ear creases are formed due to the loss of subcutaneous and vascular tissue, which is also a symptom of a certain vascular disease? It can lead to injuries in the blood vessels and thrombosis. The organs and tissues not getting enough blood because of the blood clot is already fatal, so you won't even get a chance to die from a heart attack. You value your life now, and other times you don't. It's completely random. What I just said was all made up. I can create an infinite number of diseases if you'd like. You cover your ears when a doctor gives you advice, yet you believe whatever the internet says. Perhaps I should create an online consultation service for unruly patients like you. There is one doctor I can recommend. Your primary care physician. Did you get off from work? I'm about to call it a night as well. Sure. And then? Lovely. This is a testament to how knowing another language is good for you. What happened? Happiness is a tragedy if it's really painful. Try thinking of that funny story you told. Laughing increases endorphin production, which can help relieve pain. Different kinds of painkillers work in different ways. Some find the source and stop it right then and there. Others wander near and far. Around and around they go, until they reach their destination. It was just a joke, not a mechanism for action. Does it still hurt as much as when you hit it? Remember to look at the expiration dates. I would prefer you don't use them at all. Try not to get injured as often. There's an extra book on my desk. Did you leave it here when you came to retrieve the report? What learning material is so precious that you even bought a book cover for it? Love heals? Using a novel as learning material. That's new. I'd like to ask what the lessons are on. In a state of urgency, he immediately knelt beside her, bent down, and started performing CPR. Administering CPR without first removing obstructions from the mouth and nose will cause water in the stomach to flood the airway of someone who just drowned. Is this faulty teaching material? Elaborate. Are such things applicable to real life, though? I never disappeared for a whole week. In addition, sleep quality varies from person to person. Some doctors are light sleepers. Others sleep like babies in between surgeries. Neither. I'm usually awake. Why go through the trouble of reading it then? If you wanted to know about these things, you could have just spent a few hours in the hospital lobby or patient rooms to observe. That would have answered most of your questions. Ask me directly. Hello? Where are you? Can you be more specific? Which road? I'm Zane. Are you drunk? Is the driver not there yet? How could they contact you if you're on the phone with me? Check the driver's location, but don't call them. I was concerned you'd collapse on the sidewalk, and me, being the last person you called, would be held responsible. Say that again when you're not slurring. I must politely decline. I'm not interested in winning a competition at the cost of my health. Are you sure it's the driver who got it wrong and not you who mixed up the pickup spot and the destination?
Send me the address. I'll come pick you up. I'm getting off work. I'll treat it as a 10-minute part-time job. No need. You're my first customer, so it's free.
Good morning. Are you ready? What else could I be implying? Both. However, the most important question I should be asking is if you're ready to spend this holiday with me. All right, I'm on my way to pick you up. No, I'm about to head out. I covered shifts for my colleague. After all, I didn't need to spend it with a person. But now I'm like them. I have someone who will celebrate it with me. Is there anything specific you'd like me to do? It's as if something I've cultivated in the past has finally given me an answer. Indeed, such as when we cross paths. What flowers do you like in particular? I just passed by a flower shop and their bouquets look lovely. I want to buy one for you. Consider it a poetic answer to our paths crossing.
I received a letter. Was it from you? I did. It's a thank you letter. Dr. Zane, some heroes don't wear capes. They wear stethoscopes. Medicine can treat diseases, but only doctors can cure patients. With how this letter is written, are you sure it wasn't your idea?
Is your entire team like this?
If that is also your colleague's request, then I must refuse. I didn't know the letter was very important to you. If you like it, I can give it to you. Does that mean if I'm buying you milk tea, I'd have to invite them as well?
To thank you for delivering such a sincere letter, I'll send one to the Hunters Association.
I see that you consider the action of sending a letter as making a statement. You sent me this letter to... So it really was you. Seeing how hard you're trying, even to the point of passing it off as your colleague's idea, I'll accept it. However, there is no next time. What is that supposed to mean? I'm starting to think this isn't just a letter, but a proprietary certificate. Well, the small mailbox in my heart can only hold one letter.
Did you get your intel from an insider?
You're very enthusiastic. Are you one of the ambassadors?
You definitely have an insider. Anyway, it's a new hobby of mine. Why are you asking? Actually, no one signed up. They did a raffle and pulled my name. I've only done it once or twice, so to speak. It's not really a hobby.
Could you what? I see. How good is this instructor? You're pretty confident.
Now you're putting words in my mouth. What exactly are my learning objectives in these lessons of yours? If I'm not mistaken, it's a men's designer watch.
Never mind. Whatever you say.
However, since someone's been asking about what camera to get for a beginner, I'll try my best to get first place. You aren't the only one with an insider.
Yes. It seems that you already know the answer to my question. I'm certain my black tie is at your place. I never thought I'd be calling a kidnapper. I was expecting a friendly conversation. Tell the tie to calm down. I'll save it later. You can keep it if you want. I have plenty of black ties, but wouldn't it look slightly boring with your outfits? You're going to use a tie as a memento? So I had placed it there. No wonder I didn't find it before I left. It seems my tie isn't familiar with your place. The ones I usually bring over don't complain like that. They make themselves at home. Since you refused to let go of the hostage, I suppose I'll have to accept it becoming a memento. So it can be a normal tie again? In that case, your resemblance rate with him will be at 85%. To obtain the remaining 15%, you need to switch your shirt with Zane's. That's smart. You already surpassed the original Zane. I plan to bring over some midnight snacks when I visit you. Are there any stores you'd like to recommend? It seems that there's a lot to choose from. We can skip the selecting part in its entirety. Let's use your list as a reference. And over the next few nights, we'll check them out and savor them one by one. Answer quickly. Cola or water? Beef jerky or dried fish strips? Flower-shaped cookies or moonlit orchid day pastries? Talking with you is so much fun. Yes, we have a long drive ahead of us, so I need to stock up on snacks for my co-driver. Clopidogrel won't celebrate Moonlit Orchid Day with me, or feed me snacks when we're at a red light. Other than what we discussed already, is there anything else? I am. But why are you asking? There must be more to it. 2 hours and 45 minutes. Are there new songs on it? It sounds like a fun song. It's the kind of fun that makes you unintentionally go over the speed limit. Mountains in the night. It's perfect for our drive back. I'll play it after we're done with the lanterns. It will lull you to sleep.
I don't know what caused this, but for the well-being of your heart, I suggest you keep your emotions in check.
What has you all riled up? You might feel better if you talk about it. I didn't know hunters were allowed to skip work and play mobile games.
I have a meeting soon, so please get to the point.
Were you unable to complete the mission?
I've never seen you this angry, even when you lose track of a wanderer. Then... so it's your fear of starvation. You're used to eating fried and salty food. It would be good for your health to change your diet. Air sounds perfect for you. All right. You didn't catch that? I suppose you and delicious food aren't meant to be. Wait for my phone call.
Even if you eat nothing but air, you can still come over for dinner.
A feast may be a bit difficult, but I can afford a few hot pots. You're not a bad detective. That's nice of him. I should give him a 5-star rating. I was meeting with several outpatients and came across an interesting one. She tried to use numerous excuses to get away. She was even struggling when her mother held her. No, she was more cooperative when her mother promised to buy her strawberry milk tea afterward. It's a pity I had to remind her that she needed to limit her sugar intake. Then she started crying again. I compensated her with a small carton of strawberry milk. I did a bit of self-reflection after she left, thinking if I had done something cruel to others as well. I wondered if I could make it up to them. Why was I not aware of this? It causes insomnia, so it is actually detrimental to your health. I was taking a break on my phone during my shift. Your like was at the top of my feed when I refreshed. That was to train you to resist temptation. A doctor can only heal you in the moment, not your whole life. Keeping an eye on a patient's health is part of a doctor's job. But it doesn't include satisfying a patient's every whim. No, you also need to limit your sugar intake. What I'm suggesting is that you free your stomach from desserts and reserve space for special home-cooked meals and seasonal fruit tarts this weekend. Is that compensation enough?
I just got off work and saw your message. Why do you suddenly want to cook by yourself? I suppose we're on the same page. You're asking your guest to bring his own condiments to dinner. That's a special type of hospitality. I see. Buying condiments is on my to-do list now. Is there anything else you want? I'll get it. Check the cupboard. Second shelf. I organized everything in it the other day. If you can't find something, wait until I'm there before you start cooking. The tableware was sorted based on how often you use it. The set you use the most is in the middle. I only cleaned up the kitchen that day. I can tidy up the other rooms in your home after dinner. Your pillows and plushies are going to pile up if you don't put them away. Are you sure you cleaned enough? If you are actually focused on tidying up, then you would have found the spoons. It's okay if you do. Perhaps by the time you wake up, all your rooms will be clean and neat. It'll be just like in the fairy tales you enjoy telling. Is it easy to become your heart's sole magical companion? It doesn't sound too difficult. They just have to be consistent. Do you have a suitable candidate in mind? You don't need to do that. You have a 100% chance. After all, he's right outside your door. Where are you? I'm at the exit. You don't need to rush. Safety first. I just saw someone kiss your hand. Tall, red hair, white shirt. You were talking with him and laughing. I see. Did you forget that I saw the same play as you? The way you explained yourself to me was so earnest. Okay, I won't. The audience needs to follow the actors as they run up and down in a dimly lit area. It's hard to do that if you're trying to stay together with someone. It can also spoil the experience for others. I'm the one at fault here since I walked away too quickly. I'll wait for you next time. Also, during the party, I sat next to you. But you didn't recognize me because you were too busy enjoying the show. All right, I'll do the same thing. People unconsciously focus on people or events that are important to them. It's a theory in psychology. Perhaps there's a special telepathic connection between us. I can see you in a crowd without encountering any problems. Take right now, for instance. I see a young lady who's looking around and struggling. You're going in the wrong direction. Are you home? Remember to use waterproof bandages for your wound before you clean up. Also, apply an ice compress on your arm before bed. A towel will do. It's getting late. Good night. Congratulations.
You passed the 20th deep space trial. I believe you were the one who was preoccupied, considering your desperation to land the final blow. In any case, it's thanks to your decisive strike that we were saved from quite a predicament. I have a lot more time to do other things now. If you're not planning to sleep right away, we can update our Deep Space Trials rulebook together. You added a new rule. One must prioritize safety no matter what. All right, I'll add it on your behalf. However, if you don't want a doctor to be constantly working, we'll need to cooperate.
Preparing a necessity required for my survival in this world. Dinner. Delicious food is a sacred matter. Thank you for your commentary, but I'm cooking noodles. Tomato and egg noodle soup. Also, this is what you told me you liked to eat last week. I found the recipe online. If it doesn't taste good, should I blame the recipe or you? Your preferences change too quickly to put people at ease. Have you eaten? Try this dish that I burnt? I was distracted. Be more confident. You are. I did do that. I was talking to you and looking for udon recipes online. Even if it's burnt? You're always looking for opportunities at times like these. Never mind. I suppose this is another case of when I know the theory but lack the experience. I'll try a few more times. If you're satisfied with it, I'll publish an article in an SCI journal. It will focus on your favorite dishes. All right then, the corresponding author will be you. I look forward to seeing your astounding contributions to my research on tomato and egg noodle soup. In the car, I just finished giving a talk at Skyhaven Medical School. What is it? Did you add eggs? A bowl of noodles can make you this happy. Like that time you mistook a stranger for someone else and ran toward her, only to stare at her in the end. Or the time you accidentally sent a post to only your boss instead of excluding him. I don't, but I like to watch. I don't forget anything I hear. It's a habit. All right, I apologize. I shouldn't take pleasure from seeing you in mental anguish. I didn't know there was a difference. I learned something new today. I do. However, I can apologize better with my actions. Are you going somewhere later? I can give you a ride if we're heading the same way. That's right. It's even more dangerous because I have snacks. Remember to send your ride information to your closest friend before you get on, just in case. Someone deleted a message. Then I shall take back my apology. I genuinely enjoy seeing you like this. I don't want to give up such satisfaction anytime soon. You were saying you finished a bowl of noodles outside the hospital, correct? I'll be at the north exit in 5 minutes. The snacks and the dessert I just bought are waiting for you. If you want. I received some flowers. Did you send them to the wrong person? Thank you. I left the flowers at the nurse's station. Everyone appreciates them. Of course not. Why do you sound so disappointed? The flowers from before were all from patients and their families, so this is the first time I'm receiving them for no reason in particular. Do you socialize with other people like this as well? Is that so? Alright then. A while ago I sought a consultation with 6th Hospital. The director was very helpful. Maybe I should contact her. Isn't this one way to socialize? Have you received flowers before? Who do you want to give that chance to? If I send them now, then they'd be considered a thank you gift. Its purpose would be too obvious and not sincere enough. I don't know how to. I'm busy. I can wait, but not the flowers. Say what? That I wanted to see you? When did it start? What are your symptoms? There was an emergency operation yesterday, and I didn't have time to notify you. I apologize for the wait. Do you want a simple treatment or an extreme one? The safer treatment, in contrast to invasive methods, mainly opts for a non-invasive and non-operational approach. It means that to treat your symptoms, I'm free tonight. The more extreme treatment is, I'm currently outside your apartment complex. I bought a fruit slushie and 2 tickets for a midnight showing at the movie theater. Will you come down? I'll have to admit you into my hospital ward and take my time to treat you then. It is quite full. There will be a total of 1 person in it after you get admitted. If you don't want me to keep an eye on you every day, then get better quickly and come downstairs. We'll be late for the movie if you idle any longer. We're bound to meet each other then. Yes, because this way I can see you sooner. I'm going to hang up now.
I was changing, so I couldn't answer your call. What happened? Did anything interesting happen? I need to recharge after working overtime. Are you the main character again? Great. My interest decreased by 80%. Don't do that. You still need to satisfy the remaining 20%. That's a creative idea. Did it do its job? I suspect this was on purpose. What happened after that? Did the other dog say yes? The ring bearer needs a hug. Having been rejected, it must be heartbroken. I can already imagine it. So, did a kind-hearted guest of honor step in to take control of the situation? Well, it is difficult for any organism to resist the temptation of food. You worked hard during this wedding accident. What would you like to eat as compensation? It's okay. However, having been rejected, can a heartbroken man get a hug? That won't be enough for me. Hugs aren't the only way for dogs to receive affection. This statement also applies to humans. You'll feel what I mean when we see each other again.
If you want to send me pigeons, I won't be able to receive them during working hours. The hospital does not allow animals inside. Is that it? I didn't know the vintage trend affected communication as well. Are you trying to say I reply to your messages slower than more old-fashioned methods? Well, I already have that preconception now. It would be best if you could explain yourself. And when do you usually want to contact me? These are all time-sensitive questions. By the time I receive your letters, they won't be relevant anymore. I see. That means I missed a lot of your disturbances before. If that's the case, then I guess there are advantages in sending letters. However, you're able to delete messages but not letters. You can't have any regrets once you send them. Are you afraid that you'll get sentimental and say something you didn't mean to? I don't. However, if I can obtain a few of those letters, then I can fill the hole that is my lack of knowledge. I won't mind you writing to me at night. Do you want to hear what I say when I'm sentimental? I often work overtime, so I'm used to being rational at night. You'll find out when I call you before I sleep after working overtime. Is that not allowed?
Why did you choose the moss rug? What about all those cute and creative ones? Aren't you going to challenge yourself with those? My intuition tells me that's not the real reason. That sounds slightly more convincing than your previous answer. I've done this countless times. I'm basically a pro. I can definitely teach you. I see you aren't a tufting expert, but an artist specializing in giving up. Miss. Believe in yourself. You're a skilled sharpshooter. Using a tufting gun shouldn't be that different from using a real gun, and even if things don't go as planned, it will be our unique design. Your enthusiasm is admirable, but let's not get ahead of ourselves. Let's save that snowman watching rainbow pattern with its 100 different colors for when we've actually become masters. We're also on a schedule. We still need to attend the musical fountain show. Would it be a holiday surprise if I told you everything? I'll give you one more hint. There's a bouquet sitting in the passenger seat right now. As for the other surprises I've prepared for you, you'll just have to discover them later. Have you returned home? Weren't you ecstatic about it when you invited me? I remember you telling me it was a chance to experience the beauty of life in ancient times. To stroll through palatial halls, ride a gondola, and admire the treasures of a bygone era. I also didn't expect the palatial halls to be packed like sardines, or all the treasures of a bygone era to have been from last week's production line. I disagree. It was worthwhile because I learned more about you. I didn't know you were a sugar painting critic, a cake scent analyst, and a roast duck inspector. You also nitpicked the tourist brochure's grammar. Did that teppanyaki tofu meet your standards? I could tell you didn't like it. As soon as we arrived at the pond, you shoved the bento box into my hands and ran away to make a wish to the koi. You still had tofu in your mouth. Are you certain the koi heard your wish? What did you wish for? It's as if you're trying to tell me something. Then on behalf of the koi, I'll grant you that third wish. Speak. If I told you I expected as much, would I be considered a villain? I turned around and saw a red balloon float up and away. That's how I knew. What a good preemptive strike. However, I recall someone second-guessing herself. She claimed the balloon would make eating difficult. It's all right. The purpose of the balloon was so I could locate you in a crowd. As long as you don't move, we can meet up later. Are you certain it's not the smell of food that's acting as a lure? Yes, thank you. I have the skewers. Now I need to find you. A yellow billboard. Ah, I do. You already have fries? That was quick. It's very easy to find you. Everyone else, I'm afraid, is another story. I found a stall that sells pig-shaped balloons. I suppose you'll have a new accessory soon. Hello. That mousse you wanted isn't available today. There's a notice on the door. Closed today. The owner needs a day off to recharge. You've been working from dawn till dusk these past few days. Those dark circles around your eyes make you look like a panda's cousin, and yet I don't see you trying to relax. Since the mousse is off the table, you need to think of other ways to de-stress. Speaking of which, That article you sent me last week when I was working overtime, 20 simple tips for stress relief, can finally be of use. Try clearing your mind right now. Don't think about anything. It'd be best to take a hot bath. It'll help with blood circulation. Light the scented candle while you're at it. The fragrance will help relieve stress and anxiety. I suppose I'm the only one who remembered you saying that even a bath needs a sense of ritual. Even you completely forgot. It's in the bathroom's rightmost cabinet. Make sure to check the expiration date before you use it. Then enjoy your relaxation time. After your bath, is there anything else you've been wanting to do but haven't had time for? Why don't we go to the supermarket once I get back? We can put on comfortable clothes and shoes and just wander around with no particular destination in mind, even if there's nothing we want to buy. Just the aroma from the deli and bakery and the sight of shelves filled with daily necessities can bring a warm reminder of what it feels like to live well. Sometimes, wasting time in moderation can be its own form of stress relief. Wasting time with you is precisely why this vacation will be worthwhile. Are you already there? All right, I'll hurry and... Understood. I'll strictly adhere to your terms. Grab us a seat first. Are there any empty spots? Perhaps he's also taking things slowly today. However, it will take some time for me to get used to this new pace of life. A senior citizen walking 2 dogs just overtook me. Likewise, a certain someone is even faster than me when chasing wanderers. What happened to taking things slowly? So your stomach wants to break our agreement. Why don't you think about what you want to eat while waiting? I have the normal walking speed of an adult. I started walking faster because I'm close to my destination. I don't think it's just a feeling. I found a small sachet in my pocket today. Did you put it there? Decorational purposes? Or is it for good luck? I've never seen a sachet with a dessert pattern before. It's unique. Are you sure it has such capabilities? Perhaps it's blessed with your wishful thinking. Did you embroider the cakes, macarons, and ice cream yourself? Given my track record, I could definitely use the help, and it seems to be working. Well, I found a dumpling with a candied fruit filling. I'd say it's fortunate. I received the only dumpling with candied fruit filling that the store owner's child made. They were planning to save it for their family dinner. However, it was accidentally mixed in with our customers' orders and ended up with me. You once had that spontaneous idea about trying different dumpling fillings. A child made that dream come true today. And after cooking them, you'd only end up with dumpling wrappers. Not necessarily. It depends on who it's from. To me, your dessert sachet is one of a kind, just like the sweets it brings. Perhaps the sachet is making our wishes become a reality. After all, you are the one who made it. You were quick to pick up the phone. Are you still awake? It's 1 a.m. What should I watch out for? Yet you're staying up late as we speak. I don't think he'll be scared. Are you talking about the doctor or yourself? All right, but what exactly does this favor consist of? All right. It's just the two of us on the street. I'm okay. It's warmer than when I first left. Isn't it typically the other way around? It's not every time. Sometimes you take care of him as well. He disagrees. I'm home now. The walk felt shorter than usual. Perhaps it's as you said. Walking alone at night is somewhat scary. He will. If you're not asleep, that is. But even if he doesn't, he will remember that someone is there for him. Go to sleep now. Good night.
Are you at the supermarket next to the hospital right now? You don't need to look around. I'm still at the hospital. I just saw you in a photo my colleague posted on social media. The silhouette is slightly blurry, but it's not to the point where I'd be unable to tell it was you. Your shopping cart looks full. What did you get? Frosted cookies. Your teeth don't hurt anymore? I suppose we're splitting that mountain of chips as well. Are you in the mood for French fries? About that, I can fry some. However, we're out of ketchup. Napkins. We opened our last pack yesterday. The produce, however, isn't urgent. We can buy some together later. It's simply a progress review of our recent research. It'll be done in the afternoon. You're not wrong. Dr. Santiago, the hospital's clinical director, is leading the academic conference this time. He's always straight to the point. You've probably met him before. That's him. Oh, Dr. Santiago. Yes, I need to head back early today. I won't be able to. Speak of the devil, I just bumped into him. You heard all of that? I mean, I'm more interested in sharing those frosted cookies with you than attending their dinner.
I called you multiple times. You finally picked up. It's already 5 in the afternoon. Is this your second power nap? Well, it's time to get up. Look at the sunset outside. Lately, it's been raining a lot. We haven't seen a proper sunset for quite some time. It'd be a pity to miss it. You sound just like a kid. I suppose your imagination is still asleep as well. When you were looking at the clouds from my office during lunch, you claimed you saw whales one moment and a cow with a broken horn the next. Does this sunset not get your creative juices flowing? What a unique combination. In a way, I've also discovered something. You haven't eaten anything today. Their shapes are fascinating. Two people. They're two people who are simply standing and watching the sunset. That reminds me, if you're not going back to sleep, get ready to go out. My shift just ended. One of the cloud people looks hungry. Are you not also hungry?
I noticed something different about my car's voice assistant on my way to work today. Did you have something to do with it? Perhaps, but only if your voice hadn't suddenly asked, "Do you want to listen to some music?" It happened when I stopped at a red light. It would have been better without that. So, why did you decide to record your voice for my navigation system? Is it because you're always chatty when you're in my car? The recording doesn't provide the exact same experience as hearing you tell lame jokes in person. I haven't tried that yet. You'll have to do a quality check yourself later. Are you saying I should give you orders? Indeed. And no matter what I say, the system always responds with, "Okay." It's strange not having you disagree with me. There was the time you insisted on opening the windows for fresh air. Even though it was so cold outside, you needed a scarf. And you always tried to feed me snacks when we were at a red light. Must I say more? Honestly speaking, having you as a voice assistant for my car, accompanying me, will be its main feature. I was in a video conference just now, so I couldn't answer your call. What's the matter? I can tell from the sound of your voice that it's not urgent. I'm sorry, I can't help you. I'm not a hunter. I'm writing the notes for my next lecture. Approximately 8,000 words. I'm discussing several major surgeries in the past 6 months. What about you? 800 words? That's a good start. You can write about those very powerful wanderers you defeated. Then, did you obtain anything new in the past 6 months? What about new tactics? I recall us surviving a devastating strike from a wanderer. You can write about that. When do you have to turn in your report? You're always so confident about beating deadlines. Fine. What do you wish to do after submitting the report? Perhaps that will help you write. All right. Did it work? Take your time. I must prepare my lecture notes now. The sooner I finish, the sooner I can go paragliding with you. You dropped your bracelet in my car. In the gap between the door and the front passenger seat. I didn't. An employee at the car wash did. I'm getting my car washed today. They also found your hair ties. Not at all. I told them those things were mine. Did I sound calm and cold just now? Then I suppose I sounded even calmer and more aloof when I spoke to them. Thank you, but please don't. The bracelet got dirty. The employee asked if they should rinse it. It's mainly because I'm worried it might break. The bracelet looks very delicate. You made it? I assume your plating skills have improved since then. Where do you plan to hang them? I suppose the pink pom-poms hanging on my rearview mirror can retire. Are they that bad? I think they're nice. In addition, judging from this bracelet, your plating skills aren't as bad as you claim they are. I should hang all of them. Did you get my photo? I'll be back in a few days. My work schedule is completely full. I have very little time for fun, yet the Snowfest Plaza is not far from the hotel. I can see it from my room. A snow-covered azure square. Are you reminiscing about the time you cheated in a snowball fight? I wonder who encouraged me to make snowballs with my evol. I think you'd like how the Arctic has been for the past few days, if only you were here. The Arctic is peaceful right now. Besides, I want you to come here to relax, not fight. You'll get to see that Saturday afternoon. According to the weather forecast, it will start snowing in Lincoln on Saturday. I booked the earliest flight back. I should arrive before it stops to grant your wish.
I got off work. There's no rush. Take your time. I say this because I might be late when I pick you up. No, I'm stuck in traffic. I'm sorry. I was hoping I could see you sooner. I managed to finish work early only to get caught in rush hour. Yes, but I would much rather keep it that way. I was stuck in traffic for 4 hours once. I'm worried. You might have to wait that long. It was a long time ago. And I did tell you about it. It wasn't in person, however. I posted photos of the traffic jam on social media that day. Yes, and that's precisely why I called you this time. Back then, I thought about contacting you, but I didn't know how to bring it up. I also believed I didn't have a good reason to bother you. Yes, I'm getting better at it too. For instance, aren't you hungry right now? You could also check your left pocket. I put a few pieces of chocolate in there. Did you find them? I left them there yesterday. I was concerned you might forget to eat when you're busy. Who knew they'd come in handy? What is there to envy? Oh, I was always just your doctor friend. I see. What are you talking about? Indeed. Being stuck in traffic won't be boring anymore. I can't help but feel excited thinking I'm about to see you. I'm heading to the garage. There might be traffic on Moonlit Orchid Day, so I'll be leaving early to pick you up. This is the first time I get to experience Moonlit Orchid Day with snow. Being excited is a natural reaction. Holiday trips are good. They give people a reason to stay together. I was worried there wouldn't be any snow at Snowfloat Villa, so I checked the weather forecast. The temperatures are above freezing. For a special day, I think it's best to leave the snow to Mother Nature. I have something more important to give my attention to. You. Combining local winter activities with Moonlit Orchid Day traditions would be nice. We should arrive there around noon. We'll have time to make ice lanterns and hang them on tree branches. I heard some people are hosting Moonlit Orchid Day events as well. Snow treasure hunts and ice pitch pot, for example. Building 2 would be better. I happen to pack 2 sets of gloves and scarves. We can put them on our snowmen for when we take pictures. If we get cold, we can curl up by the fireplace with hot cocoa and roast marshmallows. At night, we'll light the ice lanterns. After I make sure you're bundled up, of course. If it's a wish about us, then yes. As we speak, the wish I made when we released lanterns last year is becoming a reality. I wished I could spend an extraordinary Moonlit Orchid Day with you. Wouldn't you say it came true? I'm in the car. I'll call you again once I'm outside your apartment complex. I'll see you soon. Are you still fighting wanderers? It certainly doesn't sound like it. You seem to be tired. Did something happen? If you're tired, rest. Forget about doing missions. I hope it's a bench. Can you see the sky from where you are? Its hue is reminiscent of a powder blue. Did you forget you sent me photos of the sky like this? When I looked up, I immediately thought of your texts. I'm glad. No, I have another surgery in half an hour. Thank you. I need to prepare after this call ends. You said you didn't want to work as much, no? Are you talking about the sky, or how you feel? Okay, I'm ready. Let's start. Must you laugh so hard? Of course. However, I trust you not to say anything too obscene. Would you like to end things here? I'm all ears. Of course. Of course. Of course. Of course. Why did you change your question? I would obey the rules and say, of course. It's already over? This shouldn't be a one-way game. I simply have one question. In the future, you may ask me questions to your heart's content. Such a game is unnecessary, don't you think? Yes, of course. Remember to massage the pressure point I talked about earlier before you go to sleep. It can help relieve the soreness in your legs. All right. Don't call me tomorrow and complain that you're sore because wanderers chased you in your dreams. Back of the calf, in the center. You may stand on your tiptoes and feel the muscles along the back of your calf. It's at the lowest dip. Check to see if you have any of those foot soak packs. They should also work. Are we still going to the deep space trials tomorrow then? I'm more concerned that you'll be too lazy to massage yourself. What do you think? There is another way. What are you doing? Why do you sound excited? Money. Others clean to get rid of junk, yet you act like you're on a treasure hunt. In any case, you always find pleasant surprises. Allow me to state the first law of organization. If you weren't aware of certain items until you started organizing, you probably didn't need them in the first place. Me. Why were they forgotten then? So they're just like the camera without film. They're all filed away under, "I'll use it eventually." It's okay. Hunting for treasure can be fun. I always buy things in sets. For everyday items, I estimate how much I'll need and keep some extras. As for things you don't see, they're properly stored away in places where I can easily find them when needed. With proper planning, those situations rarely happen, and should they occur, I can always buy something from the nearby stores. Such as? Oh, what a coincidence. I actually have a shirt with a missing button. Do you want to see me? Or are you trying to rope me into helping you clean? All right. Should we keep a detailed record of our expedition? I just ordered several rolls of film. They can be used with your camera. Where are you now? It seems my teammate is almost here. I called to tell you to take your time. The organizers are experiencing technical difficulties. It will take them a while to fix things. That should be more than enough time for you. Very much so. You make me sound like a human lamp. All the lights will be turned off before the show starts. Well, they're already off. It's dark over there, so watch where you're going. Especially since that stall is in front of you. You're the only one running through the crowd. I'd be blind if I couldn't see you. It's fine. Since it's dark, no one will notice. Everyone will be focused on the fireworks. I'm sorry. Please excuse me. Watch your step. I'm walking over to where you are. It's all right. I'll be in front of you before you know it. I did. It's beautiful. The hazard zone cleanup should be over soon, yes? It's not. I know when your mission will end. I can see the future. However, my foresight has a price. I won't be able to pick you up when you head back to Lincoln. Correct. Yes. Oxo Hospital received a request for medical support the day after you left. I wanted to tell you, but every communication system wasn't working properly. You couldn't receive my messages. Don't worry. Oxo Hospital has taken the necessary medical precautions to minimize potential casualties. I'm fine. You're the one who completed 3 days of work at a fast pace. I suppose your schedule was intense. You managed to avoid getting injured as well. Good job. Keep it up. What happened? Truly, you can't handle praise. How is it? Can you walk? Whether or not it's a minor issue depends on my diagnosis. I have a 20-minute lunch break, so I'll examine it then. A quick check won't take long. Besides, I can't return to Lincoln with you. I need to stay here for a day or two to help with the aftermath. You want to stay in the hazard zone? Then don't say anything. I'll massage your leg, we'll have lunch, and I'll hug you. 20 minutes is more than enough for that. You didn't bring an umbrella with you today? Are you walking in the rain right now? Ah, so I can't offer my assistance. And after all of that, you still don't remember the most convenient solution. Why didn't you ask me to pick you up? The bakery is closed because of the storm. Are you scrambling for divine intervention only because you're unlucky? All right. Check the first aid kit I usually use. There should be a few bottles. You can try it. Then you'll know if I'm tricking you or not. Don't worry, it doesn't taste bad. You're correct. It's cold medicine. I didn't. There's currently no research that suggests cold medicine can't bring good luck. Besides, something good happened just now. I passed by a bakery. It's inconspicuous, so it's easy to miss. Their cakes are unique. The store owner made them and they look delicious. We can eat one together when I'm back. It might not be the medicine. Your bad luck could have vanished on its own. Once it disappears, good things. There will come a time when heavy rain goes away. Do you feel better now? I helped you get a day off today so you can rest. I was at the pharmacy downstairs. We are out of cooling patches for fevers. I was getting more. You're the one who said you were feeling fine yesterday morning. Then you were sick in the afternoon. On top of that, this strain of influenza makes fevers come and go. You can't let your guard down even if you feel okay now. What happened? No, I realized that was the reason for your restlessness last night. It turns out you were fighting the virus, not me or the blanket. Did you win? Look at the bedside table. They're pear-flavored lozenges, great for when your throat is sore. However, the battle isn't over yet. If you don't take your medicine on time and get plenty of rest, the white blood cells will have to fight again. If you want to learn more about white blood cells, we can keep watching the documentary tonight. I hope Miss White Blood Cell will get better soon. Remember, Lincoln City still needs you. So do I.
What's the matter? How come you're still awake at this hour? Did you have a bad dream?
I heard it as well. It was quite loud. A phone's electromagnetic field can attract lightning. It's not safe to talk right now. I'll call you later. I just realized we're both indoors. It should be safe. The thunder has quieted down to an extent. And now I'm no longer required to be. If my voice is useful in that regard, remember to contact me next time there's thunder. No, I'm simply reading. I believe someone can't go to bed, so she wants to use my book as a bedtime story. Well, there might be something that can help you if you want to fall asleep quickly. 101 Healthy Diets for Your Heart. It's a lovely book. Would you like to learn some fun facts about vertigo? If it's a bedtime story you want, I do have... Are you asleep? I suppose I'll save the story for another time. Good night. Your arm. Good job. You get a gold star sticker. No, but you sounded like you wanted to be praised. Unfortunately, I wanted to say something else. Remember to check and replace your arm guards after a wanderer attack. Residual energy can adhere to them and weaken their defensive capabilities. I write combat reports. They recount what occurred and provide ways to improve our performance next time. It's called being disciplined as a result of fighting with a diligent hunter. Our relationship should also be taken into consideration. You know why. When I want to accompany someone through the 150th Deep Space Trial, write combat reports about every battle, worry about how she hasn't properly treated her wounds, remind her to put ice on the places that feel sore, and pay attention to her every move. Even now, I want to see her and say goodnight to her. I'm curious. What kind of relationship do we have? Do you know the answer?
Have you been feeling nostalgic lately?
Mischievous detective. I was simply checking my own watch history. Why are you so embarrassed about watching a cartoon? I disagree, actually. And thanks to you, I was reminded of my own childhood. There's a young patient here who will only take his medication when this cartoon is playing, so you and your cartoon have been very helpful. Indeed. I might need to consider including them as an option when treating patients in the pediatric ward. They might also work with people who don't eat their meals on time. Yes. One case in particular comes to mind. 2 minutes after someone shared a picture of her lunch with me, I saw her watch history for Mischievous Detective, and I'm grateful. I can eat my lunch on time now as well. It's not bad. I didn't watch many cartoons as a child. I spent a few minutes with that young patient while the cartoon played, but I didn't notice anything too special. Or perhaps I need someone to explain the plot to me. Well, after work we can have dinner together. It's possible. However, I don't think I'll be needing it for tonight's dinner. You're always so happy when it comes to food. Watching you eat is more than enough to whet my appetite. You were quick to pick up the phone. Are you excited to talk about your good deed for today? Why did you buy them? I should thank you, yes. But you seem to have forgotten what my evol is. Besides, the hospital has central air conditioning.
Seems to me you might get more out of using these cooling products. You are a hunter, after all. Have you been on tough missions recently? Did you just come back from a mission? It certainly is hot today. Rest under the shade of a tree if you see one by the side of the road. I suppose you're not planning to do that. Try to accept a mission that has mist. It spins like a fan, no? It can blow air at you when it's hot out. Will you be passing by Oxo Hospital on your way back? You can stop by and pick up some matches. I have some to spare. Use them to keep your eyes open. You won't fall asleep, I think. I'm trying to cool you down with some dry humor. How close are you to the hospital? I'm asking because I'd like to prepare a cold drink for you. You'll be able to cool down and feel re-energized. Then I'll get you a blanket. Take a nap in my office once you're here. Whatever else you want will be ready when you wake up. Did you see the train travel guide on the table? Sometimes surprises require action first, permission later. I'm packing our bags, but I believe we're still missing some travel essentials. What about a cup of instant noodles? A train journey without instant noodles doesn't feel complete for some reason, but honestly, they only enhance the ambiance. I prepared a food guide for the stations along the route. We'll have plenty of dining options. I saw it in an online travel article. It's a special tourist train, and the route has beautiful scenery. In most cases, I only take trains for business trips. This time, we can experience it differently. I'm not sure if it's coincidence or destiny. People who sit next to me usually have a strong urge to pour their hearts out. When we accidentally make eye contact, they take it as an invitation to start talking. What a classic pickup line to use on a train. I can certainly say that the journey won't be boring since you're keeping me company. And that implies you're secretly watching me. Judging by how frequently you use it, I believe the answer is obvious. I can also make timely adjustments based on user feedback. Feel free to continue using this service for our upcoming trip. I agree. Between the scenery along the way and our destination, I'm looking forward to the former. This trip's true significance lies in our journey. Hello. Grayson said you stopped by my office earlier. Why did you leave? Yes, I'm not doing anything at the moment, so I can rest for a bit. If you're still nearby, I can come to you. Let's have dinner together. You saw that? You saw everything and decided not to save me? Was it funny to see me squirm? I ran into a former patient while going downstairs. She's a senior citizen and couldn't understand how the hospital's system worked. As a result, she asked for my help. I didn't expect more of them to gather around me. They wouldn't let me leave. I can't explain that, but after I told them I had something important to do, they finally let me go. I had to pick up a package for a family member. She'd be upset if I was late. I didn't expect you to show up at that time, and so you misunderstood the situation. I know. I'm also teasing you. In any case, you wouldn't get jealous over something like this. I haven't thought of anything yet. However, I'll do my best to ensure you won't have any reason to be jealous. That's impossible. The time I spend with you is precious. I won't waste it on meaningless things. I take back what I said. This is a special case. Exceptions are occasionally permitted. Also, this never should only count for next time. Hello, it's me. How's your shoulder now? The results of your medical examinations are within the normal range. You recovered quite nicely. Your diet and sleep schedule have also improved. Not from the results, but according to my meal card balance, each entry in the purchase history seems to coincide with the time of your checkup. That doctor left his meal card on your desk because your checkups were very early in the morning. He was worried you wouldn't have time for breakfast. The hospital cafeteria changed its menu recently. Did you enjoy your meal? You're treating me with my meal card? Then please stop by the hospital once I'm back in Lincoln. It would be my honor to have the blueberry cake with you. I wouldn't have asked if I knew it was impossible. I'll be back the night after tomorrow. After that, you can use our dates as a cover to have your beloved blueberry cake every day before it's gone. In that case, do I need to express my gratitude to the cake? Thanks to it, we have a reason to see each other. However, in regards to our relationship, I don't think we need a specific reason to meet up.
You fell into my trap. Why aren't you sleeping yet? We've made some progress. It's going well. What about you? The weather report says Lincoln will experience rain in the next few days. Remember to bring an umbrella when you go out. The rain will stop eventually. What are you trying to say? The moon hanging over Chansha City shouldn't look any different. And judging by what I can see, it's certainly perfect. You changed topics so quickly. Yes, she's quite skilled when it comes to picking out vegetables. What did you two talk about? Starting tomorrow, the moon will gradually change into a crescent. The next full moon won't be until a month from now. I was trying to imply it's a long period. I can't wait that long. We can't change the moon's cycles. But seeing each other is within our control. I'll have a day and a half off next weekend, so I'll be back in Lincoln. I'll take the train. I would much rather see you be happy. Besides, if we meet up, you won't be the only one who's ecstatic.
I'm calling because I'd like to ask if you are the reason I have doodle masterpieces in my notebook. It's hard not to when they were drawn in such conspicuous places. Your bubbly confidence is even more commendable. On the first page, what did you draw next to my name? And what does it mean for the circle of ice cubes around the pear? You're making a generalization. 2 pears, wrapped in a scarf? I see. It's cute and heartwarming, and aside from doodling, you circled the names of certain drugs and medical terms. You drew some surprised faces. Are they representative of how you're intimidated by these terms? Are you implying they're difficult? I'm not alone on this path I walk. Someone's with me, and even though I will inevitably encounter obstacles, she won't let go of my hand. With this in mind, the road ahead will not be difficult. Good morning. My plane has safely landed. Yes. Did you sleep well last night? I briefly dreamed about something while on the plane. It was slightly silly, and I woke up finding it amusing. It was a dream about you and me. In that dream, we had switched roles. You were my primary care physician. Yes, I'm the disobedient patient and you're the strict doctor. What a wonderful exaggeration. Tell me, how were you scolded by me? What do you mean by every once in a while? It sounded like an understatement. Nothing much. I merely repeated what you did. It was more like a trip down memory lane. I'm going to guess I was the one who lost. When you dream about someone, it means the other person is thinking about you. However, there's no scientific basis for this. I saw two little birds snuggled up against each other on a pole just as I left the airport. There is a more scientific explanation for dreams.
The more you think about it, the less surprising to find it in your dreams.
I suppose I'm not the only one who's unaccustomed to being separated.
Are you out in the field? The Weather Service just issued a red alert for extreme heat. Be careful not to get heat stroke. Remember to use sun protection and make sure you're getting enough water and electrolytes. If you start feeling unwell, immediately find a place with AC to cool down. I have doubts about the portability of adult men. However, if you're confident in your strength, I won't stop you. Are you planning to hang me next to the plushie charm on your bag? I suppose you want me to be your personal neck air conditioner. Unfortunately, I'm satisfied with my current career. I'm not considering new opportunities at this time. If we're using cuteness as a standard, a miniature version of you would most likely be just as popular. At the very least, I'd buy one to keep in my office. My office doesn't get any sunlight, and the air conditioning is excellent. Practicality isn't necessary. I only need you to be there. Perhaps. It's similar to what people say when buying plushie keychains. Once someone truly likes something, they can't help but want to keep it close to them for a long time. Why? Understood. I'll pick you up after work. Also, I'm exclusively yours. The version of me that can't exist doesn't matter. Why haven't you gone to bed? I received a notification when you liked that social media post. The ultimate guide to conquering the spookiest, scariest escape rooms. You're still not over it? I suppose you're determined to conquer the escape room. I was afraid you'd still have adrenaline in your system, which meant you couldn't fall asleep immediately. Did the spookiest and scariest escape room actually frighten you? I'm glad it didn't overwhelm you. It's getting late. You should head to bed. Good night. What is it? You think that's why I tightly held your hand the entire time? I didn't talk because people tend to be anxious and can be easily startled under those circumstances. I stayed close to you because it was dark and crowded. If we got separated, we might not have found each other until it was over. Really? When the actor cornered you in that room, you opened the iron door, which was locked, with one swift kick. They didn't dare chase you after that. I know it was unintentional. After all, you would use a lot more force when fighting Wanderers. Unfortunately, we triggered the scariest route. You were only... Yes, it was in the guide. It's late. You should sleep. I'll deal with the guide. You can reclaim your glory during our next visit.